What's happening, traders? Lots to talk about today. This is Matt Stevenson with Paragon again. Hope you're not getting sick of my voice. So, a lot of people obviously get into prop trading, but they don't necessarily know what the actual income potential looks like. So, I thought it'd be useful to explain it because they see screenshots online, huge payout claims, or social media clips showing traders making thousands of dollars in a day. But very rarely do people stop and explain the math behind it all. So in this video, I want to break it down realistically. You know me, I like to break it down to the nuts and bolts so we all know where exactly every number comes from. We'll look at account sizes, how profit splits actually work, realistic monthly targets, and what scaling can eventually look like if you're consistent. By the end of this, you'll have a much clearer understanding of what is possible and, equally important, what isn't. And as always, if you appreciate our content, where we focus on realistic expectations instead of hype, gently tap that like button and let's jump in. All right, so this is the basic structure of prop trading, right? Here we'll have our account size, target. So our goal, I like to coach our traders to have a monthly goal to hit, but it's not going to be consistent. Sometimes you'll get 20, sometimes you'll get 3. Profit split. It's usually between 80 and 90% these days. And then account multiplier. So how many accounts you have. So that's the basic structure. All right. Let's first look at profit splits because this is where a lot of people get confused. Most prop firms today operate somewhere around an 80-20 to a 90-10 split in favor of the trader. That means if you generate $1,000 in profit, you're keeping somewhere between $800 and $900, depending on the structure of the firm. Now, some firms also have scaling incentives where that split can improve as you demonstrate consistency over time. Maybe you start at 80%, then you move to 90%, or sometimes even higher under certain performance conditions. Here at Paragon Funded Trader, we do not do that. We prefer that traders add accounts. And let me tell you why. Having scalability, some firms have scalability, and what they want traders to do is hit a certain capital level, right? At which point they will add more capital. But here's the potential negative to that. What if that trader, instead of taking payouts, just wants to hit that next capital point? But when he's almost there, he has a horrible week and blows the account and never takes a payout. We don't want to encourage that. We want to encourage payouts going out. Just get another account and copy trade or something like that. But we want payouts going out to traders. We don't want you to hoard them trying to hit the next capital um, benchmark in order to get more capital added and blow your account and mess everything up. Let's get some payouts going. So that's why we do not do that. Um, but here's what really matters. Your payout isn't determined just by your trading skill. It's also affected by the structure of the firm you're trading with. Two traders making identical returns could end up taking home different amounts depending on the firm's payout model. So understanding the business side matters just as much as understanding the charts. Paragon's business payout model is black and white, vanilla. You take home exactly your profit share, your profit split every time you take a payout. So it's easy math. You'll always know where you stand, and it's exactly like the example we gave. All right, now let's put some actual numbers behind this. Let's say you're trading a $100,000 account. Your personal goal every month is 5%. So that's, if you hit it, that's $5,000 in profit. Now, if you're on a 90% payout split, that would mean roughly $4,500 comes to you. If you're an 80%, that would be the $4,000. That sounds great, but here's where people sometimes make a mistake. They hear those numbers, immediately assume they're going to hit them every month. Not gonna happen. Yeah, over my long career of trading, you will be all over the map. And as that implies, you're gonna have really great months, and some months you may lose a little or, come in at 1% or 2%. It just focus on your trading plan and the numbers will take care of themselves, right? Anyway, professional traders don't think in those terms. 5% a month, I got to hit that. We just focus on trading our plan. Some months the market's going to give incredible opportunities. Other months conditions are slower and more difficult. So rather than forcing trades to hit that goal no matter what, experienced traders focus on consistency and preserving the account over the long term, because surviving to trade next month is more important than squeezing out one extra trade today, this month. All right, most experienced funded traders aren't trying to trade aggressively all month long. Many of them focus on hitting targets early in the month if market conditions cooperate, maybe during the first week or two, and then shifting into a defensive stance, a much more conservative mindset afterward. Why do they do that? Because once profits begin building, protecting the account becomes just as important as growing it. This reminds me of what I see in the World Cup sometimes. As you know, the World Cup's going on right now. It's 2026 for those of you who might view this video years from now. But the World Cup's going on right now. Well, in a very important game, when a team goes up by 2 goals, have you noticed that their entire team pulls back and plays defense the rest of the game? That's kind of what experienced funded traders do. If they hit that target early in the month, play defense the rest of the month. Why not? Stay alive, stay funded, take a payout. A lot of traders fail because they think the goal is maximizing every opportunity. In reality, the goal is protecting your edge and protecting your capital. And I want to just take a quick pause here, as always. If there's a specific topic around funded account payouts, scaling, account management, anything else you'd like me to cover in more detail, drop it down in the comments, because I may build an entire video around it. Okay? Always looking for new ideas, and I want to help everybody out. Now, let's talk about scaling, because this is where things start getting interesting. Once traders begin receiving consistent payouts, many start increasing their overall capital exposure. Why not, right? If I can do it on 100,000, why can't I do it on 300,000? That can happen through scaling programs within the same firm, like the ones I talked about, not Paragon, but the ones I talked about, or by diversifying across multiple firms or getting multiple accounts with one firm. Any of those will be a scaling event. The important word here is consistency. Scaling should happen because your process works repeatedly. Your plan works, not because you had one great week and suddenly decide to increase risk. A lot of traders try to scale too quickly and end up giving back progress they spent months building. So be very deliberate in your growth. Make sure you can handle the additional capital. And yeah, let's just be smart about it. So if we have multiple accounts, so instead of one $100,000 account, imagine running 3 funded accounts at $100,000 each, as you would do at Paragon. Now, you're effectively managing 300,000 in trading capital. That doesn't necessarily mean tripling the stress or tripling the workload. If your trading process is already structured and repeatable, you're largely following the same system, right? You're just seeing bigger numbers. You're simply applying it to a larger capital base. That's where many traders begin creating meaningful income potential, not by taking massive risks, but by consistently applying a proven process over larger amounts of capital. Now, here's the part that people don't always want to hear. Prop trading income is absolutely real, but it isn't passive income and it isn't guaranteed money. Traders that have done this for a while know that more than anybody. The traders who consistently generate meaningful payouts aren't sitting around gambling on random setups. They're treating this like a business, very much so. They're deliberate, they have a plan, a structure, and they follow it. They show up consistently, they follow strict risk management rules, they review their trades. That is so important. Journal trades, review the journal, learn, change, evolve. They track mistakes. They have processes and routines. The funded account itself is just a tool. The capital matters, but discipline is what actually determines who survives long enough to benefit from it. Because at the end of the day, the funded account may be the vehicle, but discipline is what drives it. So hopefully this gave you a more realistic picture of what funded trading income can actually look like. Yes, there is real opportunity here. Take it from me, take it from a lot of people I know, a lot of traders I know. There's a lot of money to be made here, and it's a great, great vehicle for it. Yes, traders can build meaningful income over time, but the biggest takeaway should be this. The people making this work consistently are not chasing shortcuts. I think we all can assume that the hideous pass rates in the industry right now are people mistakenly chasing shortcuts. Every and it's, I'm not knocking it. At one point or another, we're all tempted by get rich quick, you know, methods. But trading is something that you need to learn how to do. It's a skill set that needs to be learned over time. And the people making this work, they're building systems, they're managing risk, they're staying disciplined over long periods of time. Now, I also wanted to put in here, let's see if this works for me. No, it's not going to work.